Welcome to Glamma's Closet, guys. I still like that intro music. My sissy picks good music. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for joining us this morning. Let's see what's going on. Well, Groundhog Day was Friday. So apparently, when they yanked this helpless little furry animal out of his warm burrow and hole and forced him into the sunlight against his will, to ask him questions that no real little mammal, much less humans, can answer. The good news is that he did not see his shadow, which I think means that spring is going to be early this year. Lord willing and the creek don't rise. I've had just about enough of this whole winter situation. I am sick of being chilly. And I am a winter girl, but holy crap, it really got cold. It really got cold. My Lord have mercy. So I guess this hopefully they let the little furry fella go back into his hole and go back to napping or whatever groundhogs do in their little holes. And it looks like that turned out well for everyone, except for, of course, the poor little groundhog who's probably still confused. But I did want to say good morning, happy February. We are in February now. Can you believe time just goes by so quickly unless it's January, which took forever. Christopher Nutter, good morning. He was first in chat. He said, I'm going to miss it when I'm working. Hi, all. Hi, Christopher. I hope your work goes well. I hope you have a great work day. Brenda, good morning. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for being here, Brenda. And hi. Hi, Brenda. Sag Travel Gal, good morning. Mwah. Good morning, honey. How are you doing this morning? I hope everything is well. And if you are traveling, I hope the travels are going well. Dirt Road Memories. This my Geneva. What's up, Geneva? How you doing? I just love it. Your name is so Switzerland, darling. It's so European. I love it. I couldn't love it more. And look at your pretty face this morning. So adorable. Good morning, Geneva. Good morning, Anne Art Boutique. Good morning. And I keep. And do you have a YouTube channel? If so, let me know and I'll go looking you up. Because I actually went looking for you one day and I couldn't find you under Anne Art Boutique, and I don't know if I was doing it wrong or if I was spelling it wrong or something. But here in Florida, we have pollen covering everything, and allergies are bad. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. Girl, yes. I can only imagine. When spring gets to that point where you can write pollen in the pollen on your car, when your black car turns yellow, it's so gnarly. Oh, it's so gross. And it's just, what are you going to do? Plants got to plant, I guess. And, things have to grow, but man, they really get in your eyeballs and sinuses, don't they? Aisha Dancer, good morning. Mwah, there's my homie. There's my show me homie. Good morning. It's good to see you, gorgeous. I hope that everything is going well in Jeff City, good old Jeff City. And here I am, stuck in the middle of the country with you. I don't know if you remember that song, Clowns to the left of me, Jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with Aisha. And also with Boo, because Aunt Boo, hello. Good morning, Boo. Thank you for being here this morning. I hope that bowling went well yesterday. We had some relatives pop in from out of town, so wasn't able to join the fun, but it was from what I could tell from the photos, a wonderful time for all. So I missed it. I do actually enjoy bowling. I suck at it. I'm awful at it. Um, I'll never make the bowling Hall of Fame, but I find it fun anyway, and I can gutter ball my way into a good beer or two, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good. So you do know. Yep. Yep. Stuck in the middle with you. Not really a channel. I only have one video at the moment. I post mostly on my Facebook page. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. We'll have to check you out on Facebook. If my problem is I don't go on Facebook that much anymore. It got to the point where it was just like just people calling each other dirty names about politics and you get caught up in it, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, wait a minute, I'm a grown adult. And this is not, this isn't some religion that I'm preaching at somebody. I'm not, stop being involved in that. So I had to step back from Facebook for a while and just sort of, really get a good different perspective, because and it's funny because when you do and you go onto a different platform, the number one complaint about people who are younger than like boomers and Gen X are there is that Facebook is just a bunch of old people shouting at each other about politics. And we both know that that's not true. We all know that that's not true. It just sort of devolved into some really nasty things in a couple of different elections. So but in general, Facebook has some groups that I truly, truly love, and I get to communicate with people that I went to school with that I truly do miss. So it is a good platform, and it's a great platform for selling. From what I understand, it's a very good platform for selling. So yeah, you have a business page that is politics free. Yeah, see, and that's the way to do it. And drama free. Oh, that's hard to do. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard to kind of keep your space drama free, and you have to sort of remind people, hey, this ain't the place for it. Go, you want to scream about something, go in your own yard. You really got to tell them, about that. But Aunt Boo's saying hi, and but yeah, I'll check out your Facebook page for sure. And Art Boutique, I love it. Jennifer Hayes, good morning, gorgeous, to you. Hello, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for your wonderful modding the other night. Really, really appreciated your help. It really helped keep me focused on the chat, and I truly do appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. In the closet news, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Central, Raven's treasure. Learn to talk, Dana. Raven's treasure chest. Hello, Raven. Good morning. Mwah. Good morning, pretty girl. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here this morning. Hello. Words. I know. Words are hard, right? She said, now my regular page is different. Even there, I control the drama. Yeah, because you gotta, right? You gotta you're like, okay, I can't handle an ulcer today, honey. You take the drama to your mama. And Ronnie, tackle hugs. Good morning. Mwah. Good morning, my sweet glam baby. Oh my goodness. I started my coffee this morning with a nice little mug. This was from my sister, because sisters. And if you don't know, you better go watch Black Christmas. And then some coffee and ice water. Whoever created that combination, genius. Absolute genius. It is the breakfast of the gods. You just nuked your third cup. Wow. I'm still on my first Dookie Nukem. We call if I haven't made Nuka, because there's just the two of us here and the dogs, and they don't drink coffee. But if I haven't made new coffee and I just microwave a cup of leftover coffee, because I will. I absolutely. I hate to waste anything. So if I microwave a cup of leftover coffee, we call it the Dookie Nukums. And And then whenever I build a fresh pot of coffee and it's freshly brewed, we call that the hot freshness. So you either get the hot freshness or the Dookie Nukums. Just depends on what day. I'm on my first sip of yesterday's coffee. Okay, Raven gets it. Yeah, like we just, I mean, it's so wasteful to brew an entire pot of coffee, drink 1 or 2 cups, or in our cases 2 for me and 1 for him, and then waste the rest of the coffee. Coffee's too expensive to do that with. Everything's too expensive to do that with. We were just talking yesterday about how the price of something is the price of everything has gone up. Yeah, our Dookie Nukums. Aunt Boo, you can laugh, but you've drank Dookie Nukums before. You didn't know it, probably. Like, you want a cup of coffee? Beep, beep, beep. Jen, good morning. Mwah. I do that too. You see? Yeah, you can have the Dookie Nukums. Duke Nukums. Yeah, everything is so expensive. My Lord have mercy. Once the coffee in my French press gets cold, I heat up milk and mix it into a latte. So good. Yeah. Now you know. Now you know. You have to ask if I offer you coffee at my house, Sissy, you gotta go. Is this the hot freshness or the Dookie Nukums? You gotta ask. I will make fresh coffee for when I do have company usually, but when it's your sister, it's really, I don't know. She's family. She doesn't have to be company. I do the same thing. I'll make a fresh pot a couple of times a week and stash the leftovers in my fridge for iced coffee the rest of the week. Yeah. I don't like it, but if I wake first, I get the Dookie Nukums. Yeah, me too. That's how it goes, right? That is how it goes. And in the summertime, it really is so much easier because we have a cup of hot coffee in the morning, and then the rest of it goes into a pitcher where I add like the sweet Italian cream stuff that I get, and then we've got iced coffee all day. And we just serve it on the rocks. On the rocks. Somebody may have a bar-oriented past or really present. I'm in a bar. But yeah, if you wake up first, yeah, you're right, Raven. I get the Dookie Nukums too if I wake up first. You get the Duke Nukums. In closet news, okay, every Sunday morning, each week at 10 a.m. Central, we do our brunch, which you're at now. And that is 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Mountain, 8 a.m. Pacific, 4 a.m. in Hawaii, 2 a.m. the following morning on Monday morning in Australia. And in Great Britain, it is 4 in the afternoon, 4 p.m. on Sunday. I did do a pop-up classy crap auction for this coming Wednesday at 11 a.m. I'm just going to do an hour where it's a solo auction, and I really didn't want to. It's very difficult for me to sell on my own auctions when I have other sellers there, and the thing is that it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Okay, I love being like the sort of the dude behind the curtain pulling the levers, right? And I love getting the watch hours for those, and I really love doing collaborations and working with really lovely people, which I did this week at the Classy Crap auction on Thursday night, the Galentine's auction. But I do have some things. Honestly, we have a lot of things, as most resellers do. We have a house full of things, and we do have a few more things now. Dennis had sadly one of his favorite uncles passed away over New Year's, and so we've been working on getting his house cleared out, and there is a lot. So a lot of it has been donated. Some of it has been, recycled. Some of it has been claimed. But I have bits and pieces of that are also coming into my house. Some that we're going to keep and use and have sentimental value, and some that I'm just like here. So long story short, because I have an influx of new things, we are going to I'm going to go ahead and have an hour-long classic wrap solo auction this coming Wednesday at 11 a.m. Central, 12 p.m. Eastern. So it's going to be right before Johnny's Hump Day auction this Wednesday. And just selling, pretty much just a lot of buy it nows and not really anything, not anything super expensive. Yeah. The hostess with the mostest. Oh, yay, I like that. Oh my God, that's so funny. Aisha, I thought you said you go through pot. I was like, whoa, girl. I mean, it's legal in Missouri, but I'm just saying, that's pretty forthcoming. But the rest of the week, I only have time for one cup before school. Maggie Doodle, my favorite fashionista. How are you doing this morning? Mwah. Hello, gorgeous. Maggie Doodle. Fair, Kristen. When I went to the office, I'd have one in the morning, one on the way in, and then probably two more at work. Yeah. Yeah. I'll be the hostess with the mostest all alone-stest. But that's okay. I will be enjoying my hour-long auction. Usually an hour is about all I've got in me, honestly, if I'm solo. Because guys, eventually you do have to go to the bathroom. Eventually you have to potty, especially with as much coffee and ice water as I drink. I highly suggest everyone research Swedish death cleaning. Oh, I think the Swedes have figured out how to leave a legacy. Aunt Boo, can you drop a link for that? I think it'd be great. Because Glampa and I were also talking, we're like, okay, how do we make this easier when it's our turn and our kids? Because I don't want my kids, I told him, this is what I told him, and I'm not even gonna lie. I told my kids, I said, listen, take what you want. I've got certain jewelry, got certain good jewelry and things like that set aside for specific people. I like mostly my daughters-in-law, granddaughters, a ring for my son, stuff like that. And then everything else, go through it, grab what you like, grab anything you like, everything else, throw it on the front lawn, put a free to all resellers sign on it, and watch it disappear. Because don't mess around with it, don't jack around with it. Resellers will come by. A lot of it's very good stuff that's on Poshmark anyway. Just clear out my Poshmark closet and throw it on the throw it on the lawn. I mean, just get rid of it. Yeah. Fascinating, adds to rabbit hole list. Yeah, it's in my mind now. Oh, I've watched some videos about that too, Boo. Okay, here we go. Swedish death cleaning is a concept in Swedish and Scandinavian cultures where you work on eliminating unnecessary items from your home so loved ones won't be burdened with the task after you pass. I think my mom's trying to do that. She's been offering me stuff, and I'm like, dude, you're only 84, and in this family, that's middle age. Her mother was 102. Her mother was 102 when she passed. So, she's middle age. She's fine. Yeah, it's basically getting rid of 90% of your home items and belongings to make it easier for your family when you die. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. Basically, don't accumulate clutter, as if a reseller could avoid it. Come on, Veronica. We're all resellers. Good morning, Glamma. The school that I go to serves coffee and pastries to the students in the morning. Well, that's my kind of school, Dan. And good morning, Dan. Mwah. You know you're my favorite, Dan. You really are. Take the stuff from Mom, Dana. I don't want to clean that ish up. Yeah, you know what I'm going to do with it, though. I mean, I'm a reseller. You know what I'm going to do with it. Well, hello, all the way from the UK. Hello, Janie. Hello, it's good to see you this morning. Dude, once my kid is out of the house, there goes 60% of the clutter too. Yeah, that's you think that, but they actually leave it at your house. They leave it at your house. I have a warehouse I need to start selling again. Holy crap, Raven. Yes, honey. You have to buy them, Dan. Ask me how I know. Did she tried to score some coffee and pastries after school, I'm guessing. This is going to be my year of decluttering. Hey, good morning, Liv. Mwah. Yes. Good morning. None of us have started yet. If we have, God love you. God love you. And hopefully your efforts are rewarded. My kid is 37 and she still has to. Yes, that's the thing. Because like my kid's like, I'm a grown man. He's in college. He's been in the Marines. He's got a room full of stuff here. My baby anyway. My stepsons never really left too much stuff here, but if they do, they're like, if you want it, clean it. So if you see it, sell it. And I'm like, okay, be careful because you know who you're talking to. I will. But then they'll bring over like boxes of stuff now too. Like I have a big family and people from the family just they know I'm a reseller and they're like, here's some stuff. Hope you make some money. Have a good day. And I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. My mom just got done cleaning out her basement that still had stuff for me from 15 years ago. Well, it's and as a parent, it's hard to let go on the one hand, and on the other hand, so yeah. And on the other hand, you can be just made of steel. She's a ruthless declutterer. My sister really is a ruthless declutterer. I don't have attachment to things, which can sometimes make me feel hard. It's not though. It's not. I mean, because we're talking about material stuff. It's just crap. It's just stuff. I don't care what it is. It's just stuff. I have items from my aunt who passed in 1999. Yeah, I think Marie Kondo's like pick one thing that brings you joy and then get rid of the rest. Yeah. My kid just needs to get a big enough place, not for me to move in, but for all his stuff to move in with them eventually. You think that's going to happen? I'm telling you. I'm telling you, my baby's got he has a whole house right now. He's living in a whole house, and I still have his crap in my bedroom. So you never know. Um, can we just talk about all the paper that kids bring home from school? Like, do I need to keep all that? No. Take a picture, throw it away. Yeah, math worksheets. Take a picture, throw it away. If it's something that they're really proud of, take a picture of it and then pitch it. Now you've got it forever and it's not taking up space or creating a fire hazard. I know the 7-year-old will go back to them to study. Oh man. Yeah. It's just stuff. Right? Yeah, Carrie. That's kind of how I feel about it too, except I don't need mom's Bible, but I don't want any of those angel figurines either. Yeah. Yeah, that's totally true. I am speaking of other things, which we totally weren't, but I don't have a segue ready. I'm still not mentally ready for that. Um, we used to make paper fire logs and use them with kids' paper. That sounds actually kind of smart. That sounds very smart. And yeah, after a certain time, if they don't collect it, get rid of it. Sorry, there goes your yearbook. I honestly, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I do look for. I'm part of a collaboration for the ThredUp Rescue name brand handbag box with happy hour haulers and like 11 other sellers, and I can't remember who all. I think Kristen D's in there, and there are some other sellers, and I suck at this, so I apologize that I don't remember all of them off the top of my head. But I know that Janet and Bryn will be part of it. My live is on February the 12th, so the Monday before Valentine's Day at 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern. And I'll be unboxing a ThredUp designer handbag box. And I got it and I opened it luckily they had everything covered with the paper. Otherwise I wouldn't have been able to resist. But I did open it, and I looked and made sure that it was the ThredUp handbag box. So I'm excited to see that. That's going to be a fun opening. And hopefully these handbags will actually sell like hotcakes. And then on the 22nd of this month, I am a guest on Ella's auction for Save Here First. And that is on Thursday afternoons, starting at 1 o'clock Eastern, so noon Central, and it goes for about 4 hours. It's a long one. That's okay. I have plenty of stuff. Yeah, so that's what's going on with the closet and with Glamma this month. In fashion news, not the yearbook. Yeah, I understand that one. What day is the collab? Glamma was trying to find a link. I haven't put up my StreamYard link yet. I will have the link available by probably tomorrow night. Aunt Boo is actually creating a special thumbnail for me, so we're going to give her time to do that. In fashion news, it's been okay. We went from Men's Fashion Week to Paris Haute Couture Fashion Week, and then we've got red carpet. I cannot keep up. I mean, there's so much happening in fashion right now. So I've been, things that I notice on the runways, I'm like, is this a trend, or is somebody just doing something weird? Like Schiaparelli had a rhinestone baby that somebody was holding. I think it was some sort of an accessory or a purse. It was hilariously funny. It was just like a little rhinestone baby, and I don't know. I just thought it was hilarious. Schiaparelli always does something wackadoodle, and I kind of love that. But Vogue did notice the same thing that I did. According to Vogue, luxury brands like Fendi are revisiting the 90s toys for inspiration. And specifically, they were discussing the Fendi Pokemon series. So the Fendi bags, totes, baguettes are coming out with like Charizard and like, I don't know who else is a Pokemon. Who else is a Pokemon? Pokemon characters. Let's see. Who's the guy with the electric tail? Who's the Pokemon guy with the electricity tail? Somebody tell me in the chat. Anyway, they've got him. Pikachu, thank you. Pikachu, the electricity tail, yeah. So they've got him, they've got like, and they actually have like there's some sort of a dinosaur or a dragon something where it's literally a limited edition and they're only making like 30 of them or something like that. So there's some craziness happening over at Fendi, and they are picking up on 90s themes, which good morning, Patrick Murphy. Mwah. Hello, my brother from another mother. And it's not just the massive luxury brands like Fendi that are doing it. Smaller businesses. There's an LA-based Kimberly Doyle Jewelry. She found success on social media, predominantly TikTok, after debuting a Tamagotchi. Tamagotchi? Do you guys remember Tamagotchis? It would have been, the 90s would have been after my childhood. Aunt Boo still would have been, she may have had a Tamagotchi. I'm not sure. She may have had one. Good morning, Linz and Alvin. Hello. Mwah. Hello. Okay, I clicked on the wrong line. Hello. Hello, Lindsay and Alvin. Mwah. Welcome to the chat. Good morning. Tamagotchis and Furbies. Yes, Furbies are creeped out. Yeah, like Gigapets. Yes. Furbies kind of creep me out. LA-based Kimberly Doyle Jewelry, she made a Tamagotchi charm made of 14 karat gold and gemstone embellishments, which she has dubbed the Gemagotchi. I now do have a Furby that I got in college, ironically, for a 90s party. So what was happening 10 years ago, with the Gen Xers sort of getting nostalgic about their childhood and buying things like that, like the Alf dolls and the excuse me, and like, I don't know, the Fonzie action doll and all that crap is now happening to the millennials, and the borderline Gen X millennial group. So yeah, they're getting 90s toys inspiration. Here's my question: if you had a 90s toy, or if you create at all, would you consider using those 90s toys to create something new to sell or as a piece of art? Gloria doll with the wind out ponytail. I don't even know what that is, but that sounds fun. I have an original Teddy Ruxpin on display. Oh, that thing would scare me to death, honestly. Oh my God, Veronica has a Teddy Ruxpin that speaks German, and yeah, it's creepy. My kid hates it. I love it. I don't know. I feel like I've been nostalgic for the 90s since the late aughts. Raven, I love to revamp and repurpose. Yeah, if you come across some, Tamagotchis and stuff like that. And that's the thing. If you come across like, I think now is the time to do something like that. I never had a Furby except those tiny lame ones that came in the Happy Meals. Yeah, I remember. Well, at least they didn't haunt you though. And at least they didn't. No, a Furby that speaks German. Yeah, that scares that's a little frightening. I don't know what a Teddy Ruxpin is. We didn't have those in the homeland. It's a Furby, basically. It's kind of the same thing. Kristen, I had a Teddy Ruxpin. Don't know where it went ever. Also have a two Chickapoo monkeys. Oh, I remember Chickaboos. Yes. And the Munchie cheese. Do you remember that Munchie cheese? Murphy has a house full of toys. Yes, he does. He does. He's when you see him go live, he's always got like a wall of toys behind him. And Raven, you are not alone. My sister is somewhere in this chat just cringing. Yeah, she did not like the creepy talking dolls and bears. I wasn't a fan, but I mean, she really wasn't a fan. She's like, no, absolutely not. Maya, good morning. Mwah. Hello, gorgeous. Hello. Crazy May, honey. Yes. Munchie monkeys. I'll show them Saturday. Oh, cool. Cool. I always wanted a baby born as a kid. Never got one. Now I find them creepy. Yeah. My big sis had a Teddy Ruxpin and the Samantha American dolls, and both of them frightened me. I can understand that. Who you calling beautiful? Two old guys, vintage and resale, best looking thing in Missouri this morning. Mwah. We love you. Good morning. Happy Sunday. It would honestly depend on the figure and condition. Oh, so soft and cuddly with their thumb in there, really sweet. Yeah. Teddy Ruxpin, I just knew that thing would start talking at 2 in the morning when no one else would hear it. Yeah. Loved Munchie cheese. Munchie cheese. You should have seen Aunt Boo when I bought a moving old doll for Halloween. Oh my God, she was not. Let me tell you something, honey. If you ever doubt, if you ever doubt if Aunt Boo loves you, that baby right there should be the only proof that you need, because trust me, if I had come at her with a baby like that, she would have punched it out of my hand and run off screaming with the hair on fire. She would have had no part of it. That is love, honey, right there. I used to clean out my baby alive with the water hose. That's awesome. Yeah. He's a teddy bear with a cassette deck in its rear, and like a musical Mr. Potato Head. His mouth moves and whatever's playing. Yeah, it is scary AF. Yes, it's very frightening. Very frightening me, Galileo. Yeah, it's very scary. In reselling news, let's talk about Houston first. Everybody knows what's going on in Houston by now, probably. But let's just run over that real quickly. Houston, Texas, USPS delay was blamed on the new equipment not being able to fit into their new processing center. So basically, they got the old processing center out, the new processing center in. They've got what were they called? There was a name that they were calling it. Um, there were so there's like a 10-year initiative to enhance the USPS's efficiency, but 3 years into the plan, projections have regrettably fallen short, meaning that people's things that they are purchasing and people's things that they are selling are stuck in Houston and a backlog. And they said, well, the backlog should be clear by now. It's not. They're still working on it. Funny enough, Congressman Al Green, and I think that is the same Al Green. It is that Al Green. Hey, baby. So Al Green is. He said. He said, in particular, high output package sorters that were intended to replace the less efficient automatic parcel bundle sorters in North Houston sorting facility encountered setbacks due to poor planning. So yeah, there is a holdup in Houston. It could be where my second ThredUp box is, because I ordered 2 fun boxes and I got one that was kicked to all crap. Luckily, the stuff inside was intact, and it was, in fact, one of my favorite, strangely enough, one of my favorite ThredUp fun boxes ever. And I got that cute little sparkly, like, evening bag. Yeah, it's a crappy initiative. And Michael knows, he knows this stuff. Yeah, it's called the Crappy Initiative. Michael actually works for the post office. Don't come after him. He works in Kansas City, and all he does is just deliver what they give him. So don't ever come after him in the chat, because it ain't his fault, and it certainly shouldn't be his problem. But yeah, I missed this new tidbit, but I can't say I'm shocked that someone didn't measure twice. Yeah, what they said was that the new sorter didn't fit in, and then everybody's like, well, nobody told us, and they were like, well, we told you twice, and then everybody's like, all the politicians are like, no, you didn't, and they're like, yes, we did. So basically, right now, they're just arguing back and forth. In the meantime, I could have a ThredUp fun box that's sitting down there, not bringing me any fun or joy. I don't know. I don't know, because my last ThredUp fun box came from Swanee, I think. Oh, actually, here's a piece of it here. I kept the box for the dog to play with. Hold on. Okay. No, that came from Phoenix, which would make sense because it probably did come through Houston. It probably did come through Texas, since they're trying, I think, to make Texas one of the big main hubs, like Houston, Texas. So yeah, I think that's what's going on. I think that is what's going on. They are not the only people that are sort of behind the 8 ball this week. And if you don't know what my salty treat's going to be, then you don't know Poshmark. Here's the thing. Let your Glamma tell you. Here's the thing. So Poshmark, for those of us who sell on Poshmark, they have several different options, and some options for cashing out cost money. Like if you want an immediate transfer, it costs money. If you want PayPal, it costs 35 cents. If you want it sent directly to your bank or to a credit card, those are free. Or if you want them to mail you a check, that's free, but those take longer. So usually a transfer to a bank, I get, they're like, please allow us up to 3 business days. And I'm like, okay, that's something I can live with. And with a check, about 2 weeks, and then you'll get a check in the mail. Yeah, you are absolutely right, sugar. You're not just a carrier, you're a customer, just as irritated as everybody else. I know, right? Mwah. My poor babies. Yeah. So Poshmark is like, hey, if you want to save money, you can do the direct deposit to your bank, and that's usually 1 to 3 business days. Fair enough. That sounds good. So that's what I've been using, and many, many, many other Poshmark sellers that I know of have been using. And here's a fun thing. So Poshmark last week, it was taking people, they had done the bank transfer, and after 3 business days, they still didn't have their money. And after 4 business days, they still didn't have their money. And none of us received any updates until almost completely after they fixed the problem. So I get an email like 2 or 3 days. I get it from Poshmark after I had first heard about this from my friends who sell on Poshmark and looked into it and discovered that was happening. That delay was happening with me too. And 2 to 3 days after that, I get an email from Poshmark, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we have a glitch in the system. We're fixing it. Blah 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 blah." Veronica had to go on. Veronica actually went on YouTube to tell people how to work around this stupid thing, because A, some people didn't know it wasn't happening, and can you imagine them, writing checks or doing withdrawals on the money that's not in the bank, and B, they never offered a workaround. We had to figure out our own workaround. And luckily, Ronnie's smart. She's a smart cookie. And she's like, well, if you do PayPal, it is 35 cents, but you can transfer it to PayPal. And then if you have it in PayPal, you can transfer it immediately to your bank, because as we all know, PayPal is super fast. Sorry, allergies. Yeah, meanwhile, they send out 4 or 5 notifications about meaningless crap every day. Honestly, there were people talking about like people talking about this on social media, sellers talking to each other, people talking about it on their YouTube, Instagram, everything. Poshmark was the only person not talking about this, son of a gun. It was just so here is my thing too, because okay, so what Veronica said made a heck of a lot of sense. I went to Poshmark, and whatever balance I did have that I hadn't tried to deposit in my bank account yet, I switched that all over to PayPal. It cost me 35 whole cents. I switched it over to PayPal, and for PayPal, I moved it to my bank, and I had that transaction was done within 5 minutes. I didn't have to wait 3 days. I didn't have to wait for them to drag their feet. I didn't have to do any of that. That's moving forward. That's exactly how I'm going to do it, because this is BS. Waiting 3 days and then finding out, on day 6 that it still hasn't been. It was ridiculous. And here's the thing. When a platform, and Poshmark's not the only one who's done this, it just happens that Poshmark's the most recent one that's done it. But when a platform changes something, or when they have a glitch, or when they have something that's not working, it is in their best interest to reach out to the sellers right away, to reach out to people whose emails they already have and they already are spamming the crap out of. They tell us about every other thing. They're like, look, here's a yellow dress on sale, and everybody in the universe gets a stupid email about it. But then the next thing you know, sorry, the more I yell, the more I, but then the next thing you know, they're not, it would behoove them to, and be in their best interest to just give us a heads up. Hey guys, there's a glitch in the system. I apologize. You're probably going to see this. Okay, no problem. I'm not in a rush. Or let's do the workaround. Doesn't cost Poshmark anything. We'll do the workaround. We'll figure out a workaround for you, because you're too dumb to figure out one for yourself, or you're too selfish to actually send out a note to everybody saying that, this is how you fix it, or this is a temporary fix for you. I mean, it's, yeah. Oh, the Posh Lives. Thank you for the 20th notification this hour. Exactly, Patrick Murphy. Exactly. They just, oh, my Lord have mercy. I am so sorry, honey. But this is a salty treat that has made me extra salty this morning. Good morning, Deborah. Mwah. Good morning, sugar. It's good to see you. So, yeah, that was my salty treat for today. Sorry. Poshmark had access to those funds and making interest on the funds until actually transferred. That does make, yeah. And it's especially crappy, I'll say, because it kept people's money in limbo, and some are really dependent on their reselling income. Yes. There are people who are full-time resellers. Yeah. That's absolutely true. Now, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to put myself in a better mood by reading this. Talking of salty treats, we'll be cooking Toad in the Hole. Is it Toad in the Hole, on the Hole, on our live show next Saturday, Glamz? Me, Soph, and Donna, a.k.a. Savvy Mom. Let's see, on your next Saturday would be the 10th. I should be home for that. Yay, that'll be fun. And I will only be a little hungover. I do have my Ola's, and I have our Galentine's celebration. Yeah. Or the nerve to earn some extra cash today by listing notification when we literally cannot get our money out. Yeah. Yeah, that is some. I wish we could pick and choose which lives we got notification for. I wanted one for Johnny's live, but had to turn on all the live notifications. Yeah, I got to turn mine off because it's after Michael and Mark are on Johnny's live, I'm turning them off. In the Hole. Okay. So In the Hole, stupid predictive text. Yeah, predictive text is no fun. No fun at all. Hey, Phil. How you doing this morning? Good morning, Phil. Mwah. I hope the 5 and Dime is going well. And so far, it's been a great weekend. I'm just kvetching. Right, Veronica? Or earn extra cash, but their search feature is still awful. Yeah, they've got so much to figure out. They really have a lot to figure out. And it's very aggravating for those who have to for those of us who have to, sort of wait for our money, or for those of us who have to sort through 1,000 notifications that don't mean anything, looking for the one that we actually should have had and they didn't. Banks always do that. That's why it takes 3 days for deposits to show up in accounts. Notice when you pay using your debit card, your balance changes automatically. I did. Yes, that's very smart. Listing hard today. Got some video game consoles I've been cleaning. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I've been listing my little tail off. We've got so much stuff coming in, and I need to have more stuff going out. So speaking of stuff going out, I did want to go over my sales for the week. Where's my little thingy? There we go. Okay. Okay, so it has been, and I'm not even gonna lie, it's been kind of an abysmal week. And maybe it's because I'm sending negative vibes to Poshmark. Probably it's just me sending the negative vibes. But here we go. So the first thing I sold was the Brahmin leather bag was a complete order last week. Got 5 stars for that. I was pretty happy about that. So my first sale of the week, the Cole Haan tan ballet flats, 7.5, sold for 14. Man, they've been in my closet forever. And my net was 11.05. I also had some Mucklucks fleece lined boot slippers. Now they're not boots, they're actually slippers, size 9-10. So those sold for 14, and made 11.05 on those as well. In my fun box, if you will remember, Michael Kors leather belt, 35, had some crinkling issues on the other side of it, on the inside of it, but otherwise it was in good condition. It's a leather belt and it's got the cute little thing. So I had 20 on that, sold it for 16, and made 10.78. The Ralph Lauren white and navy 100% cotton robe. It was like a waffle knit robe. I was in love with this robe. I bought it for myself. And it did not fit around my tummy. So I sold that for 30, and of that 30, I made 24. A Tommy Hilfiger blue and green short sleeve polo shirt, which was a size large. That's also been around for a while. So I sold it for 10. I had 16 on it. They offered me 10. I said, yeah, get it out. So it was 7.05 was my profit on that. Adidas white sparkle stripe athletic shoes. I loved these shoes so much. Those came in a thread up shoebox. I really, really loved them. But if you take a look at the size, that's a 4.5, and that's a kind of a tough sell. So I had 30 on those. They offered 25. I took the 25 and made 20. And then Barbie Hallmark ornament new in box. I had 15 on it. They offered me 11. I took 11, and I made $8.05. And that one ships out tomorrow. It's really cute. But I got that one for 5, I think, from Dawn and Mary. Were selling a bunch of Hallmark ornaments in box. And so that was not a bad, I mean, I made 8.05, so technically about $3 on it, but it's now I know. Now I know is all I can say. So my sales for the whole club was looking at her. So my sales for the week, my gross total was 120. My net was $91.98. I sold 3 pairs of shoes, 1 accessory, 1 intimates, 1 top, and 1 home the ornament would be considered home or holiday. So I had a total of 7 sales. My cost of goods average being $3 per cost of goods. So it's 21. So $91.98 was my net before subtracting the cost of goods. I subtracted the cost of goods, which was 21. And I made I made $70.98 this week, which is not a lot. Which is why I'm having an hour-long auction on Wednesday. Glamma and I have we had to really have a deep discussion about what needs to come from what accounts and things like that. So I am free as a bird to wander around, purchasing things for myself or the family. That's no problem. But But when it does come to sourcing, I have to be much, much more careful now. I have to make sure that I only use a certain account for sourcing, and I have to make sure, and I just need to build that account up so that I don't have to worry about it if I'm going off sourcing. Did I see? Hey, Bussa. Hey, Bussa. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's good to see you. It is better than a poke in the eye. Yes. I've been poked in the eye before. It's definitely better than that. Because taxes. Yeah, exactly. And you know, and it's not that it's not that it's not a bad thing. It's just a sort of a reorganizing thing that I have to kind of wrap my head around. But it is going to make it ultimately easier and better on both of us. So yeah, come to my house. We'll make you a deal. Oh, trust me. Someday I am coming to your house, and I cannot wait because I can only imagine what's in there. It'd be like a treasure trove for me. I'd just be lost in it for days. I have an eBay, Etsy sales only account. It really makes it easy. Yeah, Deborah, the thing is that I have it. I just sort of, haven't always been as disciplined about using only that as maybe I should have. So, and then right after hey, Raquel, good morning. Good morning, love. Mwah. It's good to see you, Raquel. And then we're, yeah, sorry. Okay. Um, and then, and sometimes I'll see something and I won't have that card with me, or I am like, I don't have enough in that account, but I really want it and I really want to sell it. So long story short, it's time for me to actually act like a grown up. I mean, I do most of the time, but in this particular instance, it's a little tougher than usual. Um, I did want to send out, yeah, discipline is so overrated, isn't it? Yes. Did I see Lindsay here? Where's Lindsay? Lindsay, did I say hi to you? Because if I didn't and you're in the chat, I apologize. Oh, Lindsay and Alvin, I'm an idiot. This is, you know what? I'm just going to have this coffee now. I'm just going to sip on my Dookie Nukem and not let myself get distracted, which I always do. I did want to say a special thanks for the classic crap auction on Thursday. I only do them about once a quarter, so I don't have a huge following. So the sellers that sell with me on these are usually it's not the highest grossing auction, but it is a lot of fun. I have a great time, and my sellers have been wonderful and lovely and really did their homework. So I want to thank Becky. I want to thank the Becky, a New Life Resell. I want to thank the two hip chicks, Dawn and Mary. I want to thank Veronica Mitke. I want to thank Aisha Dancer, Kristen. I want to thank Dodo. It's just Dodo. And very special thanks to my very special guest, Vera. And we know what it takes to look like that. So thank you, Vera. And you're right, guys. Sometimes it's not about the sales. It's just fun. It's just fun. And it's watch hours and it's fun. And Veronica would like to thank the Academy. Oh, no. And also Glamma and Jennifer. Yeah, we're just going to start the music. Vera is so hot. Yes, she was. I did want to say a special thanks to Jennifer Hayes for modding. She is the mod with the most, and I was so glad to have her helping me. And it makes a huge difference to have somebody helping you from the chat side too. So that was incredible of her. Liv, it's gonna take a few days before Vera gets things caught up. She usually doesn't. Yeah, she usually doesn't do it right away. She actually also works during the day. So, oh man, good, honey. Thank you. Hello, Vera Vixen. Mwah. Jennifer's been a valuable asset to many channels. Yes, to everybody's channel. Honestly, I really think that's truth. I do want to thank the two old guys for buying me a sweater. They're so sweet. Thank you guys. I want to thank Aunt Boo for buying my grandchild pretty much everything. I really appreciate it, and I love you so much, Sissy. I really do. Um, I want to thank everybody who purchased something in those auctions on Thursday. Please be patient. We do have a lot of, some of our sellers are newer. Some of our sellers, it takes a little minute to, get caught up. But thank you so much for your purchases. Thank you so much for your patience. You have been absolutely wonderful. And I truly appreciate every single person that was there. I do want to wrap this up then, and just say I would like to just take a moment to honor the memory of my husband's Uncle Jerry. Jerry Wilson was a really fantastic guy. He was the fun uncle, and he was just kind of no nonsense, but also just really swell. I don't even know how to put it. He and his wife Nancy were fantastic people. We loved them very much, and they are truly missed. So, Jerry, in memory, I hope that wherever you are, you're having a good. I think it was Coors that he drank with Nancy, and you and Nancy are enjoying your time in the afterlife. So in loving memory of that, mwah. And take some love home as well with yourselves. And I just want to, say that no matter where you go, and no matter what you do, and no matter whether or not you Swedish clean your house or hold on to your Teddy Ruxpin until it talks you to death, never forget, Glamma loves you. Later. Bye.